This one's the one I'm talking about. They take the toxins out, and Morty's all like, "You can do it! Yes, we can do it. It's all good."
Oh, that was an old one. That's an older one.
I hadn't seen it yet. I don't have cable. I don't see the.
No, the new one was. I haven't seen the new one either. It was on. If it was on last night, I thought there was a 2-week break, I think, and then it was supposed to come back. But I can't remember if it was this week or next week when it's coming back. But it could be either. But no, I a lot of times when I write, one of my favorite when it's something like on comingsoon.net, and then I get shit for it too. I get replied to all the time. But again, I don't attack anybody personally. I attack the idea of the article, if I do anything, or the ideas behind the article. I don't even personally attack the author of some of these articles, but these other assholes are being absolutely insulting to me, and and I don't care. I put what I think, and I don't respond anymore, and it just drives people crazy.
You have a differing opinion, Chief. How dare you?
Yeah, how dare I fucking say what I think? But a lot of times when they put like on comingsoon.net puts up their articles on Facebook, and it's something that just sounds like total shit. I'll just write like fuck off. That'll be my only comment. Is fuck off. I don't care.
Oh man. All right. So
that's enough of my trolling Facebook. I'm not a dick. All right, don't think I'm an asshole.
Dick. He's a teddy bear.
I'm friendly. I just say fuck a lot in my responses, and sometimes I respond to people being an asshole to me. That's it.
Chief's a BFG. He's a big friendly giant.
A big fucking guy.
Damn right. You all may have noticed that we didn't really cover GTA roleplay this episode because wasn't much going on last week. Truthfully honest.
Yeah, it was. There were some server problems again, and then there was one night they didn't broadcast. I don't think Thursday
they weren't on. I didn't check Twitter to see what.
It's like trouble. They said they were. It was like they had to troubleshoot something.
Yeah, and then they did do Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper was kind of funny.
Kind of funny. I think there's still a lot that needs to be done with that character.
Yeah, I mean, all he was pretty much doing is going around telling people they had cancer and trying to cure them on the street.
Yeah, and I mean
well, they said he was a throwaway character. They were fucking around to see what they could do with him, I guess.
Yeah. I think there's so much more for that, like with a doctor you should be, like they should be on a server like, that you can go into the morgue and things like that, you can walk into the hospitals and things like that. I know you can go into the morgue on the Family RP server. But we'll be, we'll be back with that probably in 2 weeks.
They had Sanjay Patel too. That was another new character they brought. Oh yeah,
I'm not saying Duckos. I'm not. No, I said.
That was pretty funny. The argument between the two food trucks was pretty.
And that
funny.
one dude was trying to act like Jerry Curl.
Yeah, that was what was was taking me out of it a little bit because he was using Jerry Curl's phrasing and stuff.
Yeah, he was like, "Come on, young blood."
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I didn't like that. And that one dude, I don't know what he's trying to do with his voice. The whole, oh my god, yeah, that's what I'm saying, dog. That's what I'm saying, dog. Come on, dog.
Yeah.
That dude, I'd be on the if I don't know who he is. He could, probably a great role player, but that voice just like drives me nuts. It's like, yeah, dog, come on, man, what I'm saying, man.
The public servers, the best case scenario. The best role plays so far have been on the Family with Classy and some of those players, because they'll actually play along. Like when he went into the public server as the doctor, the girl just shot him right away, killed him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I was like, what?
I mean, they did say they think she meant to. She thought she had a taser, but it was a gun instead. She did turn herself into the cops and everything.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like it's.
I mean, when he's on.
Well, they even said "Welcome to the public server" like as soon as it happened.
I mean, on there, I like it when they role play with Jimmy and Danny Purry. I think they're some of the best ones they get on there.
Yeah, there's a few that should kind of graduate up to that family one. There's a few on there that are good, and then some of them are just idiots, or like mimes. Yeah.
But all right, let's go ahead and let's talk about DC Comics this week.
Oh.
I read one. Chief read a little bit more. So let's talk about the one that we both read, and that is the tie-in to Metal. But before we do that, let's get the spoiler alert going.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! The Renegades are about to spoil this week's DC Comics.
Yeah.
So, Batman: The Red Death metal tie-in, the first story coming out of one of the Dark Knights that came from the Dark Multiverse.
Yeah, and oh man, the concept I think behind what's going on, from how I understand it, is so awesome. The concept is, and it's almost, to me, it was almost like they're talking about like the universes that kind of trickle down and rot, that they talk about, like the unimportant things or whatever. Like you got these great universes or whatever that float to, they're talking in reference to things being on top and below. And the to me, I took it to be like out of continuity stories, like were the ones, these universes that, because you notice in this one, the Batman that Barry Allen is fighting in the beginning of it is the Frank Miller Batman. No, he's the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
He's driving the Dark Knight tank. Even some of the mutants from the Dark Knight Returns are seen in the city streets. So it's that universe, which is kind of out of continuity with the actual Batverse. And so to me, I kind of took it like one shots and out of continuity, or maybe out of non-canon stories are these universes they're talking about. And maybe it's going to be like the Red Death Batman is Frank Miller's Batman. Maybe the next one is some other non-canon Batman stories. Batman, another universe is the next Dark Knight will be that. I don't know if they're going to do it that way, but it seemed kind of like maybe that was possible. But this book, I thought, for just a tie-in, this was just an awesome tie-in, and you totally have to get it to get into what metal's all about, I think. And the premise of it is pretty awesome too. He wants to take the Speed Force from Barry Allen and use it as Batman would use it. Like he said, I could save so many people with this power.
It's like when I promised Batman goes, when I promised my parents I would save Gotham, I should have said I was going to save the world.
Yeah, he thought too small, and it's so great because he uses apparently it's implied, and being that it resembles the Frank Miller Dark Knight Batman in this, because he's wearing the lighter blue gray costume too, even, and the kind of facial expressions look like Frank Miller's Batman, and he has apparently killed the rogues and taken their weapons, the Flash rogues, and he's also got weaponry from his own villain people that are his own arch enemies. Like he's got Victor Freeze's freeze solution, and so anyway, long story short, he uses this weaponry and shoots Flash with Mr. Freeze's preservative solution to slow the Flash down long enough to knock him out. So he slows Barry Allen down and knocks him out. Then Barry Allen, the best part is he wakes up strapped to the hood of a Batmobile, flying down the road with Batman driving, and saying he's going to tear the Speed Force from his body. And it's the greatest thing ever. And he does. He successfully takes the Speed Force from Barry Allen.
Well, it's almost, he kind of fuses with that Barry Allen, so Bruce is kind of like, it's like him and Barry fused into one being, but Bruce is the dominant.
Because in that one part he splits off and he's trying to gain control of the body again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
man,
and it's all being manipulated by the Joker-esque Batman.
Yeah, and in Servitude of Barbados, the big bat demon guy, whatever, from the Dark Multiverse.
I mean, the artwork is just fantastic in this
book.
It's
great. It is fantastic. It fits right with metal. That's why I thought it was a great tie-in, because the artwork, it's not really similar to Capullo's, but it's good like Capullo's. Like it fits with this series.
Carmine D. Giandomenico, who did the art, and then Joshua Williamson, the writer of this. I mean, I think what's really good about this.
This is a big week for DC, by the way. A lot of books are out.
The Red Death. I mean, it's the Red Death, and pretty much the entire book has that red tint to it. The sky, the buildings, everything has a red tint to it.
I love his bat wake that when he runs. Basically, when they fuse, he creates this. It's like a suit of armor, like almost like a medieval knight suit of armor with the face, but it's red. It's got a red tint to it, and he's kind of like a weird mashed combo of a Flash costume with the Batman costume with a medieval knight helmet.
Yeah.
And when he accepts the deal with this entity or whatever, he gets that wake behind him with the bats, like the red and black bats, and they like basically suck the life force out of people.
So basically with this one, what we can tell is the Dark Knights, which is what they're called. If this is any indication, the other ones are kind of the same way. Bruce merges with other members of the Justice League. Which is interesting because the Aquaman is female, so I'm wondering if it's like not.
It's gonna be Mira.
I'm wondering if it's Mira. Yeah, Mira.
Well, Mira's been with the Justice League lately. She's taken Arthur's place in the Justice League at the moment.
Yeah.
So
and then the Doomsday one.
Yeah, he's gonna Batman merged with Doomsday.
God, that's just freaky. So the next one that'll be coming out is Murder Machine.
If it's as good as this one, I'm saying as good. There was a lot of good books out this week. It was a real big week for DC. A big week for me. This is because I'm mainly getting DC now, so like I'm getting most of these. But it's hard copies this week. But I mean, the easily out of all the good books, and even the regular main title Batman was out this week too, and I thought this killed it. Even though it was Word, Jokes, and Riddles, and it was great, I thought Batman: The Red Death was outstanding. It stood out to me. It was definitely the favorite one I've read so far this week.
Definitely, and just think we're gonna have this, and then Doomsday Clock.
Yeah, I know, and jokingly, Tom King, I think it was a joke, but Tom King came out and said he said Doomsday Clock, Metal, everything, it's all one story. He like tweeted that out this week. And so I think it all ties in. There's elements of everything going to tie together, and it's fantastic.
Here's what I love is that Metal, the main Metal series is Snyder.
Yeah.
And then Doomsday Clock is Jeff Johns. So
right.
Probably the two best writers DC.
Yeah, two top dogs for sure.
Are helming the two big series coming out.
As it should be, I think.
Yeah, as it should be. I mean, they're the two greatest right now. I mean, Tom King is right up there. Same with Tinian. Tinian, I think, has done some fantastic work over there at DC.
Yeah, he's kind of carved a notch into that Batman verse for sure.
Definitely.
I thought this week Batman was good this week too. I was trying to sign into my thing, but I'm just gonna try to go from memory. Plus, if I go from memory, I can't spoil that much more. So, but anyway, Batman 31, I believe, is there's still another part to War Jokes and Riddles coming. By the way, this month, I should say, the Batman is with the Riddler. The Joker is holed up in like a high rise. And they can't get anywhere near the building. He sends Catwoman up to kind of spy in the window, and in a way, and I don't know if they plan it this way or if this is just she finds out that there's no they can hit the building without setting anything off or whatever. But the Joker shoots at her through the window, and she kind of falls and recovers herself and everything. So they basically Kite Man. Is with it's Kite Man and Riddler and Killer Croc, and I don't know why I don't know why they didn't. I don't know if there's any explanation why Kite Man. I guess Batman got Kite Man, so he's with the Riddler now. But they attack the Joker in this big high rise and stuff, and the Riddler gets the Joker. And kind of tells him he's gonna end him. And let me sign in. I read a bunch of books. Let me make sure I'm getting this right because I don't want to say anything that sounds stupid.
I'm signed in as well. Which
But
I guess that's my. I mean, my question kind of is